Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gamer with me, Jon Jordan. Again, EOS Knights. So EOS Knights continues to frustrate and interest me. Idler game, mobile game running on the EOS network. Kind of understand all that kind of stuff. So just logged in. So what I'm going to do now is actually I've started using a different wallet. So this kind of shows you how EOS Knights works in terms of how it works on the blockchain. So the stuff, how it interacts with the blockchain. So it's an idler game. My guys have died. They need to be reborn. That's kind of what happens in idle games. So I hit rebirth. I get this warning, CPU is low. So this is how the EOS chain works. You have to have some CPU, you have to stake some EOS in order to do that. So every time I do this, I basically generally see this pop up. It's not a good experience. It says try, so let's try. So this is my wallet. So it actually clears. So this is kind of a slightly weird thing that as we go through playing this game now, we're going to see a lot of these kind of warning signs come up saying I've not got enough CPU. Basically, I've not got enough EOS staked. But it does go through, which is just kind of I don't know if that's a problem with the blockchain or a problem with the developer. So anyway, my guys have been reborn and I get some materials and I get to see the last floor they were on, floor 19. So as they level up, they get to higher floors and they get some magic water. Okay, so that's all fine. So we can see here, the materials I get are collecting here. You only have 36. If I want more than 36, I have to expand, which costs 0.4 EOS. EOS at the moment costs about $2, under $2, probably about 150 at the moment actually. So that's kind of fair enough in a sense, but equally it's a kind of weird. This game is a weird design. It seems like a free-to-play game, and if it was a mobile game, not on the blockchain, it would be. Sorry, if it was a non-blockchain game, it would be free-to-play. Because it's on the blockchain. And you do have to kind of pay it, so you have this kind of weird scenario where it's actually kind of pay to play, but in a free to play type environment, which is very, very odd. Anyway, so I can craft some things here. Now none of this stuff I can actually craft is actually any good, I don't think. So that's all rubbish. So I'm not going to do that. So let's have a look and see my knight. So we can see here I have a knight, an archer, and a mage. So another annoying thing here. We can see at the top of the screen they're just doing their idling type attack. So the game is not very interesting from a graphical point of view. So here we go. Here's Eric, my knight. You can see he's level 6. I can level him up, but I need 256 water, which is this internal currency. I've only got 55. So we go here, it says insufficient water, magic water. So then it tries to get me to buy some. So again, this is, in a sense, this is kind of okay. This is what we kind of expect in free-to-play games. Although I don't want to buy 2,000. And again, point to EOS, again, it's not a lot of money. It's like 40p. But you kind of have this kind of weird scenario. But if I was going to buy this in a free-to-play mobile game, it wouldn't be 40p for starters. It might be like $2. But they'll just go through my App Store account. So it goes on my credit card, and that would be kind of fine. But because this is requires you to spend EOS, you have to have a wallet already running EOS. So that's kind of fine. We can have a look at here. So this kind of tells you what's going on when it comes to how I'm interacting with the EOS blockchain. So I've had to stake some EOS. So I've got 12.1 EOS staked. So apparently the game developers reckon you should have 15 EOS staked. So I've got pretty much 15 EOS staked. Well, not quite, obviously, 3 less. But you can see here my actual CPU per second is actually 0.009, where it should say we recommend staking enough to get 0.3 seconds. So obviously the game developers are not in charge of this. This is just kind of what's going on. This is just kind of what's happening on the EOS network, how many transactions are going through, and you need to stake more to get more kind of ability to run your transaction through on the blockchain. So it's a kind of a congestion thing, which is kind of funny because everyone complained everyone does complain about Ethereum, about this kind of gas fee thing, because when you want a transaction to go through on Ethereum, you have to pay a gas fee. Now, the difference thing here is with staking, you get it back again. So I can unstake. It takes 3 days for me to unstake that 12 EOS, but then I can transfer it out of this wallet into other wallets, or take it off to an exchange and sell it. The difference with Ethereum is obviously the gas fee stuff is actually used up. But actually, it's not kind of actually that much difference in the sense that basically I need to have. If I want to get this kind of 0.3 seconds, this mythical 0.3 seconds, I actually have to be staking loads more EOS than I would ever spend in terms of gas fees. So it may just be kind of an early stage, maybe be bad implementation in this game, it may be something more fundamental. But to me, although EOS is set up in a different way to Ethereum, you just get different problems. There's no kind of extra good solutions as far as I can see at the moment. There is another issue with RAM, which is something the developer handles. So I don't know how much RAM the developers are kind of sticking into this game. This game's quite popular now. It has kind of certainly 3,000 MAUs pretty regularly. It had 10,000 registered users apparently as well. So the other thing is, we can see here, my unstake balance is 0.1896 EOS. So if I wanted to buy more magic, water, I couldn't, because I need 0.2. So the only way to get some more magic, the only way I can get more of this water stuff is I'm going to have to go into, I can't do it from here, I have to go into another wallet app and buy some EOS on an exchange and then transfer it into here. So you can see that adds a lot of friction. So actually I would be happy to spend 0.2 EOS to get more water, because I've also got this archer, so my archer needs to be leveled up. So I actually need, just for these two, I need over 400 water just to do that. So I'd be happy to spend 40p or whatever it is to get some 2,000 EOS, 2,000 water. But I'm not going to do it, because it's probably not going to do it, certainly not going to do it today, because it's a real hassle to go through. And I've actually got about another 5 EOS sitting on an exchange somewhere. But I have to go in and log into that and then blah, 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 do all that kind of stuff. So the big problem you've kind of got at the moment with these blockchain games, and this one in particular, which I spent a lot of time kind of moping about, is as far as I can see, this game shouldn't be on the blockchain. I can't see what advantage I get for this game being on the blockchain, because I can't really sell anything. They're interesting. There is a marketplace, so I had these items that are equipped. So there is a marketplace where I can sell things on, and there's no items on sale. What's going on here? There used to be loads of items on sale, so I don't know what's going on with that. But there were loads of items on sale. Interesting. Let's see, same for here. Okay, so the marketplace is gone. So there used to be loads of things on the marketplace that you could buy. So actually I bought this one here, this skeleton plate armor. I did actually buy that. I didn't, unfortunately it's level 7. So this is my other really annoying thing about the game. I bought this extra armor, which is kind of cool. Not great armor, it's pretty cheap. Very cheap, in fact. It's now why I don't have 0.2 EOS in order to level up my guys. But anyway, I bought this. But this has to be, it says required level 7. So I would like to have my knight using this, because if you see here, he's currently got chain armor. But if you put this one on, he gets much better. It almost doubles his HP. But he needs to be level 7. And he's level 6, and I can't level him up because I have insufficient water, and I haven't got enough EOS to buy any more water. It's not enough balance. So basically, one of the cool things that everyone says about blockchain games is you have this ownership, and obviously you can have a marketplace not on a blockchain game, but you can have an idea. With some of these, if I didn't want that, I could go and sell it again. So I could set the price here and put it on the marketplace, which I'm not going to do. But everything about this game just is more frustrating. There's just more and more frustration. And this is really, when we think about a lot of blockchain game projects, the first question we have to ask is, why is this game on the blockchain? And literally, I have no idea. I have no idea why this game is on the blockchain. It's kind of interesting in the sense that it's done quite well for the developer in terms of its, probably one of the most popular games. I don't know how many people who are playing it are bots. There's probably quite a lot of bots playing on it, because you can actually earn, if it's going to come up or not, you can actually, depending on your position on the leaderboard, you can actually earn EOS. So, but that's, if you look at that, the people, see, loading phone. So, sorry, I'm just doing something else. So basically everything about this game is in a sense shows everything that potentially could be good about a blockchain game, because it has all the kind of fundamentals of kind of ownership and all this kind of stuff. But basically, because it's a blockchain game, and it's not I don't think it's a very well developed blockchain game, but maybe that's because of the blockchain, I don't know. I seem to have a lot of problems loading stuff in. It's just really, it shows the best and the worst of blockchain gaming to my degree. Mainly the worst, not a lot of the best. There is this other interesting stuff here while we're here. There's a dungeon. Don't know what these are yet. I'm going to have to buy some tickets. I probably have to spend, there we go. So I can craft some. Okay, so that's not so bad. But can I, yes, it's coming soon. So none of these are actually live yet. So the developer, it's not like they're not doing anything. Barda Labs out of South Korea. I'm not particularly beating up on them. I think this is a wider issue for most blockchain games. It just happens to be that they have a popular one, which I've been playing a lot, and doesn't work very well. They have this kind of pet system as well, which doesn't seem to really make much odds. You can send these pets on expeditions, and here we go. So we're hitting the blockchain again now. So we get this kind of thing every time. and then it's going through the wallet just to say, yeah, what's it doing, and then it comes back and gives me a bison bone. So all this kind of stuff is using. You don't need the blockchain for this. This stuff should not be going through the blockchain. Even on and it's see you have this thing that happens as well. You have this thing as well where it says it's come through this time. But you have this kind of thing where you get kind of these failure kind of scenarios. So I can just send some more of these guys off. But every time I'm going through this and going through the wallet, and it says chain IPA failed 300, so it's an error message for doing that. I don't know if that's because of the blockchain or because the game is not very well integrated with the blockchain, but all this kind of stuff. If it wasn't on a blockchain game, it would just go through and it would be fine. I mean, it would be an idle game. It wouldn't be a very good idle game. Not a massive fan of idle games, but if it wasn't a blockchain one, I think it would be much more graphically interesting. I mean, I quite like the ones Non-Stop Night and the Chuck Norris one as well, Non-Stop Chuck Norris. Those were kind of interesting games. They were good examples of idle games. Tap Titans, I guess, another one. There's quite a lot of really quite interesting designs going on for idle games. This is an idle game which just doesn't really, I would say, is borderline kind of functional. If I was reviewing this, I'd be I would be in Oh, there we go. I'd say it's kind of almost like a beta at the moment. So anyway, continuing my playing. I'm actually now kind of enjoying playing EOS Knights because it is just shows to me so much about how you should not make a blockchain game. I'm becoming quite obsessional about it. I think this is the 5th video I've done about it. So there we go. It's definitely worth. If you're interested in blockchain games, definitely worth trying out EOS Knights, just in terms of how you set up a wallet and all this kind of stuff, which took me forever. And it's really, really complicated. As I say, it probably does cost you probably not spent vast amounts of money. Probably spent about $30 so far in terms of kind of buying EOS and staking it and then spending it. You have to spend about one EOS buying the knight and the archer and the mage and all that kind of stuff. You can see the other videos that I did around that. So anyway. If you're interested in blockchain games, please subscribe to the channel. So the channel's all about blockchain games, not just all about EOS Knights. There are some other ones in there as well, I promise. But if that's your kind of thing, do subscribe. Thanks for watching this one, and hope to see you again soon.